Don't mention me, don't mention me, don't mention me. People say bad things. You'll get over it. First, Toriyama, what's up? What's up? What's up? Oh man. I see something cool. Check this shit out. Even after a flood, these motherfuckers still building. Look at that shit. It's a new science. Excuse me. That's a new STEM building. Having a whole building just for STEM. I feel proud. I feel special. Making a building. Science, technology, engineering, and mathematicals. The Netherlands. All my folks in the Netherlands. Y'all feeling this morning? Well, not morning. I think it's like late afternoon where y'all are. Oh man. Yeah, just got out of class. My Texas government, I think. Yeah, Texas government class is canceled for the day. 5:30. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I was right. Yeah, it's 5:30. Yeah, Texas government class is canceled today. Oh man. So I don't have class till fucking 1, and right now it's like I don't know. I didn't look at the time. It's far from 1. Oh, shit. Had it playing. YouTube's gonna yell at me. Played a few seconds, but they'll probably bitch. Let me put this, you know. Wish there was a good way of setting this. Shit. Okay, whatever. Alright. Alright, I'm leaving campus, yeah, because it's I think it's like 10:30 here. And I'm not gonna sit here till 1 and wait for my technical writing class. That's what it is. Because when you're doing science, you need to learn how to write technically. You can't. If you ever just read any scientific paper, there's a certain style of writing. You even learn this in the military. You learn how to I think it's active writing, active voice instead of passive. You always want to write in an active voice in the military. They actually teach you that. People don't realize, people don't think that, well, you learn how to write in the military. Yeah, you do. There's shit that you're gonna have to write all the time, especially writing reports and communicating with folks. A lot of my job was writing, especially typing, but not necessarily writing exact. You get the point. But yeah, you have to write in that active voice at all times. And so just like in the military, in any professional field, there's a certain writing style. And so technical writing class is supposed to teach you some stuff like that. It's supposed to teach you how to write. But they assume that you have basic, fucking mastery of the English language. Unlike some folks we know who don't know the difference between D-O and D-U-E, but will swear up and fucking down. Will swear up and down that they know shit. Okay? All right. That's find that shit hard to believe, but all right. Not gonna be a very convincing individual of your mastery of any topic if you're barely fucking literate. So just because technical writing isn't a STEM class doesn't mean that it, you know, doesn't deserve respect. Because you can be the most brilliant scientist in the world, but if you can't write worth shit, how the fuck are you gonna communicate? Just like for the oral communication, public speaking classes. How are you going to communicate this information if you talk like fucking G-Man or True Empiricism? Just saying. Shit's in poor form. Poor form. So, already home. Look at that. This is why I moved here. I'm about to pull up right now and about to be home. Hidden driveway. Yep. Don't fucking speed. God damn, that pole is bent. When was that strong? Jeez. Shit, someone just went in. Bitch. Alright. Y'all wanna know what the storm did to my area? Check this shit out. Just to give you an idea. They're pretty good about cleaning up shit, so I think they just got to get a log removal service, and yeah, I think they just got to get log removal service and come and get the debris, and finish any water damage, which I think there was minimal in this area, because my cousin was telling me like the irrigation is actually pretty good here, and I believe him, because when I called, they were like, yeah, you know, we got a little bit of flooding, but not, you know, nothing too dramatic. But the bayou around the corner, I think, is what really saved us, because that bayou took all the water. It's normally like 4 or 5 feet deep. It's like, it's not even that deep. It's really not that deep. But holy fuck, am I that crooked? Jeez. Hold on. I've somehow managed to back up really crooked. Probably from doing this and not paying attention. Okay. Just even with the camera on the back, I still fucked that up. Okay. That's good. That. Alright, back home. Yeah, back home. I'm not even gonna take the book bag out. I'm gonna leave the book bag in here. No need for me to bring it inside. Whew. Okay. Did I forget to turn off this light? That's not good. Shoes off. Mrs. Drag doesn't want anybody with shoes on in the house. How you doing, little boy? You get something to eat? Yeah. All right. I'm coming in the room, so quit playing me out loud so I don't hear echo. What's she whining about now? You sleep well? Well, I'm here because I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to sit. I'm not going to sit there for the next 3 hours waiting for class. School is right up the street. You had to rush Tyrone out?
Was blue.
Better call him. Better call on Tyrone. Tell Tyrone he had to go. Oh, so you watched that General Han Solo video? Yeah, here's what happened. He contacted me late last night, and that's why I was on my phone, because he wanted some pictures, and I said, all right, yeah, I got some pictures. So I sent him a few pictures I had of G-Man, especially that goofy looking fucking face that he made. That was from a recent video. And I just so happened to screencast. I was like, hey, you know what? I might need this later. I might need that image. And sure enough, sure as shit, that image was used. And there we go. See? So I definitely had a good eye to capture that dumbfounded fucking look on his face. Like, he was purposely making that face, which made it even better. But I need to, what I really came home to do is I got 2 books from the veteran library. Screen share. Oh, y'all haven't seen the General Han Solo video he made? It's a parody video that he made from Rush. He superimposed my face and Antonio's and G-Man's and Steve's face on characters from Rush Hour 3, and it's the scene where he meets the old kung fu master, whoever the fuck I don't know what the dude was. Yakuza master, I don't fucking know. Just a second, I will actually play it, and I will show you. So let me turn this, and yes, there's a, yeah, I know, right, there's a Rush Hour 3, yeah. Alright. Oh, pew review.
May I help you?
We'll be asking the questions, old man. Who are you?
You.
No, not me, you.
Yes, I'm you.
Just answer the damn questions. Who are you?
I have told you.
Are you deaf?
No, you is blind.
I'm not blind, you blind.
That is what I just said.
You just said what?
I did not say what. I said you.
That's what I'm asking you.
And you is answering.
Shut up. You.
Yes?
Not you, him. What's your name?
Me.
Yes, you.
I am me. He's me. And I'm you.
And I'm about to whoop your whole ass, man, because I'm sick of playing games. You, me, everybody's ass around here. Him, I'm going to kick his ass. Lee, no, Lee, no.
Come on, it's cute. Like, come on, like it's cute. Like, I don't see anybody get mad at that, right? But of course, somebody's upset. Antonio was upset by my image. Yeah, that's what evidently Shanny's upset about that, because she wants to fucking swallow G-Man's dick. So anytime he, in any way, shape, or form, is I guess parodied or made fun of, she has to come to his fucking rescue. Because that's how you get a man, folks. That's how you get a man. You try to rescue him from his own stupidity. Good luck. So, I think it's funny. There are better ways to attract a mate, and there are better mates out there. It's just my opinion. Yeah. I mean, that's the same thing like the Science and Atheist does. It's fucking parody. And like, that's why I encourage people, like, if you want to do a parody with me, I'll send you goofy looking pictures of me. Like, there's plenty of pictures, like embarrassing pictures of me that I will purposely send people just so they can do that. I don't really give a shit. I just ask that it's funny. That's that. But you know, if the fucking skin is paper thin, they can't take just a little poking and prodding. It's so sad, especially for, you know, supposedly tough guys who have to work out in their videos to show you how tough they are, because all real tough guys do that, right? Yeah, I do. No, my wife sent me the video this morning because it was mentioned by Shanny, and she was asking about it. So I said, yeah, I sent those pictures to General Han so he could make a video. So if Shanny wants to be mad at somebody, she can be mad at me because I sent you the fucking pictures. So where does she think you got those pictures from, right? How many people have seen that picture of me? You would have to be on my Facebook, and you have to know where to look to find that picture. So all those pictures except G-Man's is from Facebook. Yeah, because I took a screenshot of G-Man in a recent video he did where he was imitating someone else being dumb, ironically enough, but he was making a dumb face, so I screenshot it. I figured it'd be useful, and I was right. I keep thinking I want to smoke before realizing I quit smoking 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Lou, are you the one who did the Kingdom video with G-Man, where he's talking about who's the king of the animal kingdom? Is that on your too? Because someone said it was on Skylar's channel, but I couldn't find it. But I think it was you that were talking to G-Man, If you could send me that video, put it on G Plus or something, I'd be greatly appreciative. Greatly appreciative. Because that shit was fucking funny. I think that's, I think if she saw a picture of General, she'd turn her attention to him. Yeah, General, don't show her what you actually look like, please. Oh, gee, oh God, no, oh, fucking swallow him whole, literally. No, just no. Ew. Just, no. There are things worse than hell. It may be hard to believe, but that scenario will be worse than eternal damnation. Just throwing it out there. G-Man did have a video. I think he went live last night because he was upset about something. And I was trying to go to sleep, so I was watching. Oh no, Shani's live now. General Han Solo, I'm holding you accountable. And she has this stupid look on her fucking face. So let's see what she has to say while I look up these books. She's mad.
But remember, General, just apologize to G-Man, and all things will be forgiven. All things will be done, and you won't have to go through the wrath of God and hurt your own self in the whole process. Because that, I'm telling you, I give you 3 days to do it. And if you don't do it in 3 days, if you don't shut that video down, if you continue on with this, you can get the view.
Look, you can spray yourself with as much Febreze as you want. You ain't intimidating nobody to take down no fucking video. It's a goddamn parody. Because you're upset because the apple of your eye was parodied along with everyone else in the fucking video.
I'll just put it right here, right now.
You know what's easier?
You will get the wrath of God, and it's not going to be good for you.
You know what's easier than spraying yourself with all that shit? Taking a fucking bath. That's easier. If you got to spray yourself with that much fucking scent, there's something else going on. I'm just throwing that out there.
But the Lord put it in my heart.
Yeah, no.
And I have to go and stick up for my brother.
No, don't do that.
And I have to warn my brother when he's in complete and utter folly.
Here's what I really hate about these YouTube Christians, and I say YouTube Christians for a reason. Yeah, True did do a similar video with Red and Hannah, and she didn't say shit. Yeah, here's why I hate a lot of these YouTube Christians. They have nothing better to do than invoke, you know, the deity of people who genuinely believe. Like there's a reason why I don't, you know, discount people's personal experiences with the deity. And when they pay reverence to him and change their life, there's a reason I don't go, well, that's just stupid, you're just delusional. Because they do feel something, right? But the shit that I see here where she's invoking this deity because she's upset that General Han poked a little fun at the apple of her eye that she's lusting after, that's just fucking disrespectful. That's just completely disrespectful. Like, you need some fucking help. Like, that's just mad disrespectful. Yeah, it was from anger management. Thank you.
You're hurting Jesus in the long run, and
you're hurting Jesus by making a parody video.
To that, I have to say that is a sad, sad day when you succumb yourself in your YouTube career to mock people for views, and that's what it ultimately is.
What do you call G-Man's channel?
You mock G-Man. You don't mock G-Man because
he made an entire video last night where she was there and he's mocking people in the chat as we're engaged. Like, did she not see this? Oh wait, she's blind. I forgot. I got the blinders on. We sat here and listened to him.
I've always been a performer, but Han Solo, you have 3 days.
You gonna fly to Australia?
To get your act together and to publicly.
I give you a week to get your life together and stop getting on the internet and telling people what the fuck to do. How about you stop having these emotional episodes and get your shit together before you tell somebody in another fucking country, another fucking continent what to do. Please take care of you and yours first. You take care of that. Because that stupid shit that you're doing now is just ridiculous. Nobody believes you, you crazy woman.
So get your ass together, General Han Solo. Be a brother in Christ.
Oh, God.
Stop yoking up with unbelievers.
I'm yoking up with unbelievers.
Let me see if I can find it.
I just played it. You ain't gotta find it.
Scripture. I have one more scripture that the Lord put in my heart for you.
The Lord put it in her heart. You know what the Lord didn't put in her heart? Larger arteries.
Sorry, my Bible is very used.
No comment.
I cannot find it. Yoke. Maybe yoke. Maybe under yoke.
Ooh, free coffee at the Math Center. Today, till 11. Oh shit, well, I should have stayed on campus then.
Well,
shut up.
I'll find it later. I'm having trouble finding it.
That's why I'm gonna take the car when I leave. I was coming back to give you the car so I can walk to campus.
Basically, you probably know the scripture. What good does it come from yoking up with unbelievers?
You get access to people that you can potentially convert. You can spread the good word. You can show what true Christianity actually is.
Going to rub off on you, and you're going to start doing the same bad behavior.
Not everyone is as weak as you.
And I wish I could find the darn scripture for it.
Why does she think everyone else is as malleable as she is?
There for living in unrighteousness, I can't.
You could tell that she's not secure with her faith, and so she thinks that simply being around people who disagree with her will somehow affect, her beliefs and her faith. And every Christian that I've known who is strong in their faith doesn't have that fear. That's why I say YouTube Christians, because actual Christians who are secure in their faith don't worry about that kind of shit. Just saying.
Rebuking you for quite a while until you do what you're supposed to be doing, until you're back in to God's glory, until you do what he told you to do and not be mocking your brother in Christ just because you want to get some stupid frickin' views. It's pathetic, it's weak, and it's ungodly. And Lord rebuke you for it.
Actually,
anyway,
I
don't got time no more.
General Han Solo's views are based on his theological videos. If you actually go to his channel, some of us do, you'll see easily, 1.5 thousand views for, like a Hugh Ross video. Or, there's tons of videos that get views on his channel, but a parody video or videos that are just kind of clips and snippets of our hangouts really don't get that much views. So I don't think that he expected to get views from this. It's for a laugh. But,
The Spirit. If so, be that the Spirit of God dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his. And if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness. So, but if the Spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by Spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Grace Gospel Evangelist. And what concord hath Christ with Belial? Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel?
Well, an infidel.
Let's go to verse 12 of chapter 8. Therefore, brethren, we are debtors, not to the flesh, to live after the flesh. For if ye live after the flesh, ye shall die. But if ye live through the Spirit, do mortify the deeds of the body, ye shall live. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are sons of God. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. General Han Solo, I gotta get going. Got 3 days. Apologize to G-Man or face the wrath of God and me nagging you like a wife.
I played it earlier. Just scroll back in the video. I played the video. It's a short clip. It's on General Han Solo's channel.
I don't think you want that.
So I want to know something.
I can be pretty harsh. I mean, you could ask G-Man in Rev News how harsh I can be when I'm on this mode of trying to rebuke someone back into their way. I mean, sometimes a little tiny blood cell, even though I'm a blood cell in the body of Christ, sometimes the blood cell has to go and take care of viruses, which you have one because you have a really bad leaven problem.
That's not how that
Your
works,
leaven
by the
needs
way.
to be,
That's not how your
eaten
immune
up.
system ever works. Just let you know. She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about. Blood cells carry oxygen.
Shanny for Christ. Standing down. 3 days, hon. 3 days. You really don't want my nagging. I'm relentless. Just remember that.
Well,
I am relentless.
she's relentless with her pursuit for a man that she's still not gotten. She went after hell 2 of them, and she still don't have one. So I think General Han's okay.
You should make the right choice.
Why is she whispering?
Jesse, have a nice day.
Bitch is weird. Who the fuck are these people? Like, you don't meet people like this in real life. Like, at least I don't think so. Just strange. Like, login will be, user ID. Is this, wow, that was creepy. Pray for her. Man, I think she needs more than prayer. She needs, like, mental help. Like, I think I'm not dissuading anybody from praying for her, because she need all the fucking help she can get. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm glad you were in Australia, man, because I wouldn't want her after me. No. Fucking dog might go missing. She done stole your dog and fucked it. Just to teach you a lesson. I will teach you about sins of the flesh. I have a friend that had untreated schizophrenia, so I've met someone like that in real life. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know, my kangaroos can box. You might have to train you a roo, and like scare it into attacking anybody with her voice and her looks. So if she comes near, you got your boxing kangaroo. It's like, nope, not today. Handle my light work. So she can go and get whooped up by Mike Rusin, by King of Tyson. That didn't work very well. That does not work very well. Okay, so I thought they had the federal government class. God damn it. Wait, do I have the federal government or Texas government book? Is Shani always threatening like this? Yeah. She kind of is, because she wouldn't back down from trying to jump G-Man's bones and Rev's bones, but they finally did enough rebuking and poured enough holy water on themselves that they were able to repel her advances. But I still don't think that she's completely understood that they don't want her. So you can tell her whatever you want, but Drag, when is this debate that you having with G-Man? I don't fucking know. I would like him to contact me on Skype, on G+, somewhere to kind of let me know, but I can't call him because he got pissed off and blocked me like a bitch. So I can't just send him a text message and be like, hey, when is this happening? I'm starting school, but I have time on the weekends. Let me know. So I just got to make sarcastic videos until he gets the fucking hint that if you want this to happen, you need to let me know, because some of us actually have a life now and some of us actually need to do shit. So I have no problem making time, but I mean, the longer he waits, you know, the less inclined I am going to be to do this. Because I went to my first chemistry class today, and my instructor just he went through those fucking slides like they were nothing. And I'm like, you don't have time to write down shit. I mean, he makes the slides and everything available right at the class, but holy fuck, just like I'm going to be focusing on doing this because, you know, this is more important. But master planning, what is? I don't know what that is. Delete that. Any of this shit is. Disbursement. What is a major? Oh, majoring in, you know, bachelor's in science and biology with a specialization in cellular/molecular biology. So it's a specialized, you know, bachelor's degree in biology basically, and it's to help guide my education toward cellular biology, which eventually I've tried to become a cellular biologist and study cancer, or Kool-Aid like Sam. Yeah, no, G-Man actually said a few days ago, not a few days ago, it was a few weeks ago. What the fuck am I saying? A few weeks ago that Sam makes Kool-Aid in the lab because he didn't actually know what Sam did, so he just said Kool-Aid. So we've been kind of just running with that. No, Sam is a geneticist technically. I mean, he's not a geneticist, but what he does is more like genetic analysis, like genomic analysis. But he's in the field of bioinformatics, so it's a bit different. G-Man's going live soon. Oh, goody. So according to G-Man, Drag will be doing this to create another AIDS virus to kill. Yeah, he'll probably make up something like that. He actually thinks that's my degree. Oh yeah, there you go, Nether. Yeah, see, you know. Yeah, Sam is bioinformatics. What he does is so Sam is not a wet lab guy. I am more of a wet lab guy. I get my hands dirty and work with samples to acquire the data. Sam takes that data and then he processes it so that whatever we get, because a lot of folks who are biologists are kind of like averse to math, and a lot of times you get a lot of data that really you won't know how to parse out what's happening, especially when you're doing something in like a noisy environment. And when I say noisy environment, not like actual audible noise, just like there's a lot of shit going on. There are programs that help you determine what's happening. So if you're trying to see if there's a lot of activity upstream or downstream from whatever you look like in a particular sequence of code from CHO cells or something, you can make an algorithm to see where the noise is happening, or to help parse out. Like it's better if Sam explains it, because I get the concept, but me trying to explain it to somebody else, I get lost in fucking jargon. Yes, Sam is a computer nerd. That's basically it. Sam makes programs to look at the fucking data that I would get. I took 2 semesters. I require bioinformatics master's degree, but I chickened out. Can't handle the math and programming. It's very very math intensive. You have to know. You have to have a strong grasp of mathematics. Oh look, G-Man's live.
But that doesn't guarantee your plane is going to land.
That
lie. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to make it to your...
A pistivist, sell that lie to someone else. Okay, that's what it's called. And of course there's an ellipse.
You know that the... How do you know?
When Shanny's in the live chat and here at G-Man, got your back, my brother, but I have 5 minutes before work.
Because if you was living in the Middle East and you got on the bus, there's no guarantee you're going to make it home if you're a person that travels on a bus. I got some people watching here. Let me see something here. Hold on. Hey, G-Man, I'm going to give General Yohana a call tonight. I will definitely be watching that tonight. Definitely, I'll watch. Let me see something here. Shanny says, got your back, brother, but I have 5.
Shit.
Safe if you can. And
See the hello, Blue.
yeah, J-Man, yeah, I'm up early, yeah. So anyway, I'm not sure if all atheists consider themselves to be a pistivist, so I'm not going to give you the all atheist speech.
Thank
today.
you.
But I know that Bionic Dance claims to be an pistivist.
Yes,
I don't
Bionic Dance and Armor are like the
At least
only
not
two
with every
people who
facet of
actually
her life.
claim
She
that.
can
I don't know
argue
anybody
that
else
she's
who
an
claims
pistivist
that.
when it comes to certain things that involve science and certain things that
Here come the generalizations.
that can be verified with 100% evidence. Like, for example,
100%
she doesn't have to be an
evidence.
epistivist to know that she's a woman. She doesn't have to be an epistivist. I'm sorry. She doesn't have to have faith. I'm sorry. She doesn't have to have faith
Just calm.
to
Just
believe that she's a
slow
woman.
down.
She doesn't have to have faith.
Think about what
to
you
believe
say
that
before
there's
you
hair
say
on
it. It's
her
not
head.
a. It's not a
She
race.
doesn't have to have faith to know that when she's thirsty, that she probably wants a drink of water. You know, and things like that and whatnot.
It's not a race.
However, when we start getting into things that you have limited knowledge about, which people like Bionic Dance and
How do
other
you know how
atheists
much
on here
knowledge she
will admit
has?
to all the time. Matter of fact, if you look at the video yesterday, Dusty said that he's dumb. He said compared to all of the information that's out there and all of the information about the universe, the guy knows little to nothing. He actually admitted it in his own video.
Now, if you could just admit that you're dumb.
But when it comes to things like that, you take things on faith. Like, for example, let's say you're learning about evolution, and you already made up in your mind that evolution is true.
I've already made up my mind.
Right.
I've just looked at the evidence.
You already made up in your mind that evolution is
It
true.
doesn't matter
and
to
you
me,
haven't
honestly.
even learned that
I don't even like
topic
evolution.
yet.
I think it's a
And
boring
there's
topic.
a lot of them. And there's a lot of people that subscribe to my channel that has this attitude because you start asking them to break it down, to explain to you, oh, I'm not a biologist, I don't really understand. Then
That's
you
a smart
take it
thing
on
to do.
faith.
That's a really smart
You're
thing
not
to
taking
do.
it on evidence. You're taking the word of a scientist. You're taking the
Sure.
word of your college professor. So that's why I can come to the conclusion and say, okay, every atheist can't possibly claim that they're an epistivist. But Bionic Dance, if you
So,
hold to evolution,
If certain
you
people
can't
can't
explain the
explain
ins
something
and
to you,
outs
then no
of
one can
evolution,
hold this philosophical
then
position.
you're an epistivist. I'm sorry. Then you cannot be an epistivist. You do hold things on faith.
Wait, but
Besides
G-Man
the fact
knows
when you
that
travel, you don't know if you're gonna
evolution
get to
isn't
and
true,
fro.
but he doesn't actually fully understand it or have 100%
safely.
evidence.
You
I don't even know what that
As a
fucking
matter of fact,
means.
you don't even know when you're making your video that the video is ever going to make it on YouTube. Like,
It-
as is rendering, for all you know, someone can hit us with some weapon that destroys all the technology that
No,
would prevent you from
No,
doing what
G-Man.
doing what it is that you plan on doing with your video.
That's
Especially when we're talking about God, when we know that the atheists here online don't
Tim
know a
Buck
whole
says
lot
he
about
doesn't
God.
know what an epistivist is.
Thank you, Blue. It's an EMP. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Ain't no EMP that big, Blue. He,
Like, I'm
he
trying
said
to wrap my
all
mind
technology.
around, like, how they come to these conclusions. I am genuinely and sincerely. Shani said it on one of her videos one time. I am sincerely and genuinely interested in how they come to their conclusions because I
Then
just don't
fucking
see it.
ask. It's really simple.
life without
Yeah,
faith
calm the
at
fuck
all?
down for 2 seconds.
Who the heck
You
do you
get in a
think you're running
conversation
game
with
on here?
someone and
Okay?
you use the Socratic
Everybody,
method.
and I mean
Just a little bit.
everybody
Just take some
practices a
fucking
degree of
time
faith. Do
and you
know
just
that
ask
when
a
you're
question.
jumping in a
If I don't know
swimming pool
something about someone's
and you believe
position,
that you're gonna have a
I
good
ask.
time, that's based
It's
on faith.
really that simple.
Yeah,
Like
the
how
water, there's water there, there's
how
chlorine
it-
there,
how
and it's
it-
supposed to kill all the germs.
you have to
But for all
wonder.
you know,
You have to really wonder about him, because if any of you ever get a chance to talk to this motherfucker in person, you can sit here and tell him, "I think the sky is blue." He will respond, "Pink elephants on a hot tin roof in the side of a toaster because I'm scared of marmots." He has no clue what the fuck you're saying because he's waiting on specific words so he can just fabricate something that seems like something he's heard before. He's not ever actually listening to you. And you really get that because it really sunk into me when I'm sitting here like realizing, like, you can tell shit ain't sinking in. Like, what the? Are you dumb? And you have to think that, but you can't say it because it's that dumbfounded look. You ever look inside of the eyes of a cow or a goat? Do you see anything in there? No. It's just grass. Freedom. Like, that's really simple concepts. There's really simple that, like, you can feel that this animal is alive, but is not thinking about anything too complicated. That's kind of like looking at G-Man. Like, when he's just farm animal. That's on the level of farm animal. That's it. Don't disrespect cows and goats like that, Drag. Look, I've grown up around animals, all right? there are some animals that are majestic creatures, but G-Man is probably the most majestic because it ain't shit there. Ain't a goddamn thing. Just because he can talk don't mean he can think.
Cult of Dusty said something I thought that was really
He's
funny.
like
yesterday.
the only person I know who listens to Cult of Dusty.
No one can know anything.
Humans are animals.
Okay,
you are
he
right.
said that
We
no
are
one
part
can
of
know
Animalia.
anything for
You are
certain,
correct.
100%. If that's true, then there you go right there. That's Cult of Dusty right there, admitting that he has faith that evolution is true. If he is not 100% sure that evolution is true,
Now it's a
then he has
certitude
faith
issue.
that evolution is true, or the element of faith that.
Ask G-Man if he
evolution
knows
is
what a
true.
certitude is.
So, you get these people on here, and I'm an epistevist, I don't take nothing on faith. And then you wonder
Didn't G-Man get
why
offended when he was... Yeah, I called him a biped
society
and he got mad.
and a lot of people
I don't
look
know
at
where that
you
naughty
weird,
hangout is, but
because
she
that
might have
doesn't
taken it
even
down.
make
But
any kind of
he
sense
got
whatsoever.
pissed off because I called him a biped. He didn't know what it meant.
Myron
He just got
Goldman
mad.
says, how is it even helpful to cheapen the word faith to include trust and evidence? Because faith does include trust and confidence, especially when you're talking about biblical faith. Christians would usually describe faith like this, because this is right there in Scripture, that faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things.
One uppercase,
not seen.
lowercase, one special character.
Faith is something that you can tangibly hold. It's something that you can actually demonstrate. An atheist demonstrate is what epistevist
I'm not sure if I even like this
demonstrates this all
epistevist thing.
the time. I got to be careful because an epistevist and an atheist, I don't think, is necessarily one and the same.
They're
That's why I gotta
not.
be careful with that.
Epistevist isn't
There's like
a
ton of
synonym
different
for
subset arguments that they
atheist.
can make
Who the
regarding that. So I'm not saying that all atheists are epistevist.
Thank
I
you.
am saying that Bionic Dance's claim of being an epistevist is irrational. It is illogical.
Jeez.
It doesn't make any sense to whatsoever. When she moved from one city to the other, what was her proof that she was going to get there to her destination safely? What was her proof that a crazy driver wasn't going to run into her vehicle when they were moving her things? Where is her proof that she was going to physically get to where she was going to go? She had none. She had reasonable expectations, yes, because maybe perhaps the route that she was taking, that no one's ever had an accident there. It doesn't mean that there won't be an accident this day. So, I'm sorry, guys. I can't support this idea of being an epistevist. If somebody can show me one human being, whether it be a baby, whether it be a teenager or a child or someone in between a baby and a teenager or whatever, I guess,
And
or an
between
adult,
a baby and a
or really old
teenager?
person that can prove that they don't believe anything on faith, I like to meet that person. And have
He
a
walked the
conversation
fuck away
with them
when
and
I
pick
could
their
see
brain.
that I had
Because
faith
again,
and told him
does not
to
sound
ask for my
irrational
position
to
rather
me.
than assert it. Yeah,
I
he
believe,
did. Because he would just
person
go
claiming
up
to
to
be an
people
epistevist-
and just try and start these random ass conversations, like probing your inner psyche, because he didn't believe you when you first fucking told him, like years ago. And so I guess he thought that he was going to get a candid response that's different from what he's heard before. And then when he didn't get the response that he didn't like, he just he got, and just fucked off. So, like, you could tell G-Man whatever the fuck you want. You can literally tell him anything, and he will hear whatever the fuck he wants to hear. And it will be the wildest shit ever. It's like going to the Deepak Chopra quote generator. It doesn't matter how many times you press that motherfucker, you'll never get the same thing twice. So that's a lot what it's like. You can't really talk to him and have him understand something and like truly learn it. He'll pick up aspects of it that he thinks are important for what he needs to say in the future, but he'll never fully understand what's being said. I don't know if anyone's caught on to that. But if you actually just talk, it could be any topic. It could be theology. He doesn't actually understand how any of this shit works. He really doesn't. If he can't put it in a strict binary, he ain't gonna learn it. Drag's very possible G-Man is playing the heel character because he won. The person. See you later, Thallo. The cartoon character.
The Bible says
that you hear right here. This is actually a character he plays. He does put on this persona when he gets in like on the camera, when the camera goes live. This is a persona. He is this annoying and he really is this inept in person, but the whole hyped up, you know, telling people what their positions are, shit like that. Like this is like he's actually admitted that this is a persona. So I think that's part of the reason why he was a bit curious as to, you know, me being the same online as I am in person, because he plays a character. So yes, that you would be correct. This is a persona for the most part. There are aspects of this that still ring true with who he is. Of course, it's you know, it's not a complete like 180 where, you know, some people, you know, are meek and timid, and then when they get on the internet, you know, they're the big, you know, big old mean bully kind of deal. No, it's not like that. But he is not this assertive in person by no means. And that's why I get a good laugh when he tries to play a tough guy, because he's not. Like, you see, he is not a tough guy at all. But he likes to kind of put himself up like that and puff his chest out. And it's like, dude, you are not. At the second I touched his hand, I noticed his hands were soft as fuck. And I was like, okay, if you're a guy with soft hands, it's not a big deal. But guys with soft hands typically don't try to be tough guys because they know that's not their thing. So once you've been around like tough guys, you know that they don't have to act. They don't have to put on this persona. They are who they are. So I guess he's not as big as he wants to be. He's not as big and bad as he wants to be. So he can be it on the internet and convince people by just, you know, taking videos from the waist or the shoulders up. So Dragna, you said G-Man tried to antagonize Redline in real life. How did he do that? So he said some really foul shit to Hannah about her getting tickets, basically because she's a woman and, you know, she's not assertive, that people are just gonna walk all over her, and that she needs to just sit back and let a man do it. And so that was what I heard, because I just happened to be there because Hannah was trying to go get tickets, and I was like, what's wrong? And she was explaining it to me, and I overheard G-Man go and walk past her and start like muttering that kind of stuff. And then I looked at Redline instantly, and Redline was turning red because of that. So it's shit like that. And there's certain little comments that he'd make about, you know, like I think Redline needed his approval, you know, to date Hannah. Like so that was a joke. But then there were other times that, according to Redline, that he would make some other comments that I wasn't around for. So you'd have to talk to Redline specifically about that. But that was the one time that really stood out with me. And I went, this I can tell why he's single. Because some of that shit is just like, there's shit where people go, there's shit where people go, oh, well, that's sexist. You calling her a woman or a female, that's sexist. But then there's, you need to be in the kitchen, you know, making me a sandwich, blatant fucking sexist shit. That's a no-go. Like, come on, that's a fucking no-go. And G-Man says shit like that. So, like, it's not a big surprise that no woman wants to be around that at all. Because that, like, I joke with my wife with some sexist jokes, but when G-Man's serious about the shit, that's when it's like, okay, no, we're not going to do that. So now he's bringing up cough syrup. I don't know what he's talking about.
Watching this on a video, you don't know if I poured some type of chemical in here or whatever.
That
you know what I mean?
Chemical.
The same thing can be said
contains
about
chemicals, but whatever.
Well, actually, it's less likely that I put something in this. So more than likely, this Febreze here actually has. Is actually going to be Febreze, so you don't need any faith with that, except for maybe I could have changed the label on this and did a really good job of that. See, all of us to a certain degree, guys, have a certain amount of faith when we hope and we trust and we believe in something.
I think he's still talking about this
and I'm going
statistic
to
shit.
prove it in my debate with Dragnet when we debate about evolution. I'm going to prove that he has an element of faith, and evolution has nothing to do with science. It has nothing to do with evidence. It's going to have more to do with faith than it does on the actual evidence. And I'm going to prove it, guys. Trust me. It will not be a difficult thing to do. So I just wanted to make this
What
video.
the fuck
guys,
is he
to talk
talking about?
this, like how being an episcivist
Is he
not
talking about
sound,
the
it's not rational.
assumptions we make
Everybody.
by deferring naturalism? Like, that's the only thing I can think
practices
of.
a certain amount of faith.
Like, yeah, and
Whether it's religious faith or not, that's something completely different. But we all, to a certain degree, practice this faith. Now, I actually did a little bit of research on this word epistivist. I believe Bionic Dance is the one that made the term popular because.
and that's I'm not. If she wants to be an epistivist, then she can be an epistivist. That's her. Like, I think he's the only one who actually. Like, is he the only one who watches Bionic Dance? I don't know. Like, he's bringing up Cult of Dusty, Bionic Dance. Like, he's like 5 years late. Like, there are other YouTubers who have kind of gone into rotation who are a little bit more popular now. Like, that's as the fall of the Magic Sandwich Show, came. Like, there's a whole new legion of people who are making strides. Like Logic, Armored Skeptic. Like, there's, I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Aries. I'm like, I don't know. Like, nothing against Bionic Dance. It's just like, no, she didn't have the popularity that she did like 5 years ago, and just a whole bunch of people don't. Shit changes. But yeah, okay. Of course, there's Arcane in the chat now, coming to Ball Wash. But I'm really trying to remember whether I got the Texas government or the federal government. I think it was a federal government class. I think I got that book. I think I need to go to USL bookstore and see what books I don't have, and then I guess I'll see if I can go to Chegg and get those books. Yeah, you used to be able to talk to Arcane. Like, you used to be able to bring him in to a hangout, because he would talk his shit. You could invite Arcane to a hangout. He would yeah, I'm taking Texas government and federal government, but I got the book for one of them, but I left the book bag in the car, so I'm trying to remember which other one that I didn't get. But yeah, you used to be able to talk to Arcane. You could, like, he would talk his shit in a side chat because he heard you say something about, like, he would try to do the philosophy thing because he thought he could master his own watered down version of the precept, which was fucking terrible. This was back when everybody was trying precept because it was easy. You just get your cue cards and you fucking go through them. When someone answers, yes, I use my reasoning. Okay, cool. Do you use your reasoning to validate your reasoning? Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, that's circular. You can't, you need God. Okay. And so you just go through this whole fucking rigmarole of answering the correct questions. So people started getting wise to it because it was a bit of a word game, because people, how many times you actually say use your reasoning to verify your reasoning? Like, what does that even mean? If you're not understanding what somebody's saying, it can be a bit confusing. And so the person who is presenting this argument, it's not even an argument, they can seem like they have the upper hand. And so he was running game. Him and a bunch of other folks were just running game on folks. But then we actually sat down and like parsed out what's being said. And that's when a lot of people in the Google Tube community started learning about foundationalism, because that's what people are referencing is foundationalism. But not everyone's a foundationalist. So you have foundationalism, you have coherentism. If you're a coherentist, you don't have that issue. But then some people are foundherentists. So it's supposed to escape the problems of both foundationalism and coherentism. But once people start becoming a bit more philosophically literate in that area, precept fell. Like, that's why you only see a handful of people use it, and that's probably why Arcane really doesn't go into Hangouts anymore, because he can't pull precept. That was the only thing that he was good at. That was it. So now he just kind of sits and trolls and talks about flat Earth, because that's the only thing that he seemed to be interested in which he doesn't even have arguments for that. He's learned. See, the deal with Arcane is that he doesn't learn about a topic. He knows what he's inclined to believe. And so he'll talk to enough people and look at enough discussions to have these canned responses ready and supposed, conundrums, so that he can make himself feel a bit more secure in that position. Steve bought Porn Bomb last night. That sucks. Too bad. I'm on my phone right now. I'm just doing this on my phone because I'll be back in class in less than an hour. All of Drag's knowledge is in vain. Science explains certain things. But God, is the obvious reason of existence. But Gord. but no, like, Arcane didn't really have much other than Precept. And once Precept fell, that was it. Like, you stopped seeing him in conversations, and that was really it. I mean, it's sad, but now he just kind of trolls. Drag would never debate me without TST crew being there. So he says that I have offered to open up Hangouts and have him come debate me on whatever topic he fucking wanted to. That offer has always been on the table, but he never takes me up on it. So if somebody wants to tell Arcane, I will take the next hour to play with him. I will open up a Hangout right now. Go tell him in G-Man's chat. So, I mean, he can be upset and talk his shit, but he knows that his mother should have swallowed him. So, Mass Effect and drama, yeah. I still need to finish that game, actually. I still haven't finished it.
Pong with his kid or whatever, and still be able to answer my questions without breaking a sweat, since I'm that stupid. Like, the way this guy's promoting me, it's like this. Let me turn to the wall here.
Is he in a bathroom?
Like, Dry Nut's all the way up here, and I'm all the way down here. I'm like all the way here.
He ain't lying.
That's the way Dry Nut's promoting me. He promotes me like I'm an idiot.
Yeah, you
like
said
I'm
it, not me.
Idiot. This idiot is about to beat you in evolution, my friend, and you're gonna see. Because I know that my arguments are rational.
Why is he sweating?
But I'm going to ask you during this debate, because I accept certain things. You met me. You know that there are certain things I accept.
You accept some stupid shit.
And you know where the real point of my contention comes in. And that's the problem. Okay, I got kicked off of your channel.
I think I did kick him off because I did kick him off one day because he was just being an idiot and talking over everybody, so I just kicked him out.
And those guys and whatnot. See, it'll be done on GTV. I won't be getting kicked out, and you'll have to answer my questions according to the rules that I made. And guess what, Drag?
Oh.
I'll have to answer yours too. I'll have to answer your questions too.
You won't answer them. You'll dodge them.
So, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I was just hoping to do this to like a scientist instead of somebody who's aspiring to be one, I guess. I don't know.
Actual scientists are busy. Sorry.
I know one thing. I don't want to hear that. I offered the 2-on-2 debate.
I don't want. Why do I need a 2-on-2? Why do I need someone else to help me with this?
I don't want to hear that. I offered a 2-on-2 option.
So y'all know what this is? This is him wanting a 2-on-2, a dual debate, so he can have somebody to lean on. When have you ever heard me talk about a 2-on-2 ever?
And me and an expert or a scientist. I don't got a problem with that. No one's going to want to hear your excuses because I'm always going to be able to point to this video and
say,
I gave you the opportunity to make sure you had a scientist.
When have I ever needed someone else to come in and help me with that? If I've deferred to someone, I say, here, just take over. I don't need them to sit there and validate the shit that I'm saying. He wants another partner to help him out. That's why he's saying that.
But I have more studying.
He named Nephilim Free, True Empiricism, Tommy, and it was somebody else.
Like I said, I'm gonna show the man respect, and a lot of it, because Dragnut's no dummy, and I'm not gonna do what he does to me.
Oh.
You understand what I'm saying? When he tried to make me sound like a dummy,
I don't have to make him sound like anything. I just let him speak. That's it.
So he makes me a peon, and he's a giant, and he gets embarrassed. That's his own fault. Okay,
Drag and Steve think they are monkeys, bro. Would anyone trust in the conviction of a monkey's mind?
I hope you guys got something from this video. A person who claims to be a pessimist.
Oh, it's a quote from Charles Darwin. That's cute.
Everyone practices a certain amount of faith.
Sure.
Later on today, guys, I'm going to be doing a Google Hangout tonight.
Retard brigade.
And we're going to be talking about substance abuse, marijuana, drinking, and things like that. We're going to be talking about
substance
all that tonight.
Abuse. It's going to be interesting.
Everything with scripture, and we're going to be backing everything.
That's going to be interesting. I'm curious as to what he's going to say about that.
Some science too.
I wonder if he is going to
your body when it gets in your body. So
promote
later tonight,
healthy living through therapy.
So till next time, guys, it's been another
through counseling.
Ministries, right? I hope you're studying, bro.
Studying.
What belongs to me when we do that debate.
How about you get back to me on a fucking date and a time? How about we start there, and then we'll talk about, what to study. Like, I don't need to study for shit that I've helped people with years ago. Like, this is I'm literally getting paid to do this shit. So there's very little I need to study. Not sure why he thinks that I'm the one that don't know this shit already, but fuck it, right? Don't forget, Drag G-Man is playing character right now. He's provoking on purpose. No, I know. I'm just being distracted because I'm trying to look at the courses on this screen and then put them in here so I can find the book that I need. I did both of those things last night. Yeah, Sam uses substances, and he's a scientist. See, you can use substances, but you just don't have to abuse them. Everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. That's the key. People don't do moderation, and they just go they become dependent on it. Once you become dependent on it, that's when it becomes an issue. There's lots of functional drunks out there. Yes, Lou, we know you abuse drugs among other things, but we don't judge you. That's what's important. We don't judge you with your penis. Okay. What are you, Richard Pryor? God, there's a horrible story about Pam Grier and Richard Pryor, where he was doing so much cocaine it was coming out in his semen, and it was burning the inside of her vagina. You can go look at it. You can actually go look this up. Is an interview where Pam Grier is telling a story about how she was fucking around with Richard Pryor, and she told him, like, you need to stop being on that shit because it's physically hurting me when we have sex. And he was like, no, fuck you. It was Richard Pryor. What do you expect him to fucking say? But, right? It was fucked up, but this dude was used so much coke that was coming out in his semen. How much coke do you have to do for that to happen? Fuck. But, anyway. Yeah. Atheism provides no true benefits as a person in life. Okay, thank you. My boss loves beer, and he's a better scientist than any person in his community. Yeah, exactly. Like, you can use alcohol, you can do recreational drugs and still do your job. It's, like I said, it's when people abuse this shit. There are people who smoke weed after a hard day of work, and that's it. And they won't pick it up till the next day. But there are people who can't work, like they have to smoke before they go to work in order to function. And then they get on the break and they go smoke and they come back. Like when you get like that, that's when I see people like running into trouble. But there's plenty of people. The guy that I was telling you about, Smitty, Steve, George, he had a whole bunch of names. Smitty from that worked with the Lowe's, he used to do coke on a regular. Oh yeah, and he has that. He still kind of has that you know, that kind of that coke, that twitch, you know, that they'll do, you know, kind of thing. But you still see him do it every so often, and it's funny because I picked up on it. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? And he told me he used to do coke like every day, and I was like, that's why you do that. And so, but yeah, he fully admits that he was dependent on it until he changed his life around, of course, from the whole Jesus thing and all that stuff. But yeah, like he even admits that it was a recreational thing, and then it became a dependency, and that's when he started falling off the wagon. But people don't know how to. I mean, people just overindulge, But it happens when, and I would like G-Man. I would like G-Man to get into why people abuse drugs, because it's easy to look at someone and just, oh, that's a druggie, oh, that's a drunk, they're just constantly inebriated, yada yada yada. It's really easy to do that to people, right? But it's harder to go, this person was abused, since they were a kid, and then when they finally moved out is when it stopped, and they never received any type of counseling. They never, that void, that pain was never rectified in any way, shape, or form. But then you expect them to live a normal fucking life, right? They had some type of coping mechanism whatever it was, and now they don't have it, so now they're looking for another coping mechanism. But that's harder to deal with than just being judgmental and throwing Bible verses at people. But I have a feeling that G-Man's not going to actually do the topic justice at all, because if it's like anything else that he talks about, he doesn't understand it, and he has a less than rudimentary understanding of whatever the topic is. So I hope people don't walk away from that thinking that you can just read 50 Bible verses and then be cured of whatever it is. I have a feeling that's what's going to happen. Nithar, you do have a troll in there. What's drag's purpose in life, and what happens to drag when the life ends? Let's see. My purpose in life: get rich, fuck my bitch, and be happy. When it ends, I die. Is that satisfactory? I'm pretty. Is that a satisfactory answer? I think that's a satisfactory answer. And I want to say that's. I mean, that seems acceptable at least. I won't see why not. I need to take a picture of this because I got the. Okay, let me take a screenshot of this, so I'll know what books I need, and I'll just send it to you again, dear. What about our cuddle? Oh, that's secondary. That's secondary. Cuddles come secondary. I have to be the big spoon though. What happens after you die? I die. That's it. I don't need to. I don't want to live on. I want to return to the earth. Or actually, be better, to the universe. To return to the universe. I don't need to live forever. I don't want to. Why would I want to do that? It sounds bad. Can you imagine living forever? No end? Ugh. Some people do. If you do, and you got a plan for the rest of forever, man, hey. I'm on my phone, Sam. This isn't my because here my laptop's actually right here. So yeah, I'm actually just sitting at home. I can't invite anybody to this. Greg, so what if you're wrong and your soul returns to God? Then he and I will talk for eternity because I have a lot of questions. Yeah, I know it's a troll, but if after being a troll for so long, you learn how to deal with certain trolls. Some are better than others. This one, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he actually improves. I like to give trolls a chance. Yeah, same thing happened to us during the first 13.82 billion year. Do you remember those years? Nope, not at all. Life will go on without me. Sharon Osbourne. Ozzy cheated on me with 6 women. It's Ozzy Osbourne. I'm not surprised in the least. People were shocked at the Pam Grier story. I only read about that a few years ago, but I need to look it up again. But I was like, that sounds exactly like Richard Pryor. Like, there's so much coke, so much coke. So how much coke do you have to do for it to come out in your semen? Like, that's ridiculous. Okay. That is ridiculous. I don't know, man. To the point that it affected her. Like, I think she was getting ulcers, if I'm not mistaken. Like, jeez. Like, he was going balls deep in Pam Grier. Balls deep. Balls deep. And busting all kinds of nuts. All kinds of nuts. If y'all have not been to the Hodge Twin channel, like one of my favorite channels on YouTube, the Hodge Twins, you have to go to the Hodge Twins. They're fucking hilarious. They're busting all kinds of nuts. It's getting them ropes. Busting, deep inside. Deep inside. Getting in them sugar walls. It's like buttermilk biscuits. Oh shit. All one word, Hodge. Well, Hodge Twins. Lee Hodge Twins. HODGE. Hodge Twins. Just give me half blood for the wrong areas. The Hodge Twins are 2 former Marines, and they're characters. They do workout videos, and they give advice, and it's like that. They're like that cousin that's just brutal and raw and like just hyper literal with everything. They're just straight. like no chaser, just fucking like that's what they're like, and it's funny it's so funny, so funny. No, I'm not debating the date. I'm still waiting on him to like tell me what date. Like I have my Skype open right now, but I think he got pissed and removed me from that too. You know, when he was throwing a fucking tantrum. So, I'll just send him when. Let's see. I don't know if this will even go through. When will we be doing this debate? Okay, I just sent it to him on Skype. Okay. I guess he didn't remove me on that one. He removed me on this other one, the one that was awkwardly named his real name backwards. So it wasn't that clever, but I mean that the name itself was clever. But if he didn't want people to know his real name, he probably shouldn't have named it his real name backwards. But whatever. Love to see an active sperm. Yeah, could you imagine looking at like a solution of of his seminal fluid and coke? It's just here. That's a good experiment. See if you could extract the coke from the semen, and then smoke it again. What would it taste like? Ask Pam Grier. Pretty sure she tasted it. I'm pretty damn sure it's Richard Pryor. So Miss Grier, about your time with Mr. Pryor, how did his semen taste? I'm just curious. That's gonna go over real well. Real well. He says there'll be no religious discussion, yet continues to conflate faith and ducks. Yeah, he can say as much as he wants that he's not going to talk about religion, but I have a feeling intelligent design is going to pop its head into the conversation. It's going to rear its ugly head inevitably, because there's no way he knows enough science to talk about the topic. So, but we're doing OChem next week. Next week, man, we're just going over like lab safety stuff, because this week got screwed to hell. So Mr. Larog is going to, or Dr. Larog, excuse me, Dr. Larog is going to, he's trying to push everything back so that we everyone gets a chance to get caught up. But there are certain classes that aren't even being held this week, so I'd rather go ahead and get done with the shit, because I actually would just want to get to the best part, which we're going to be making soap. We're going to be making soap from lard, because I think he had asked a question in class, and my answer was lard, because he was talking about like something to do with saturation, and the first thing I thought of was like saturated fats or something like that. So I came up with lard on the top of my head. He was like, no, that's not what I was really looking for, but we will be using lard to make soap. And I was like, oh, well, okay. Well. Oh, yeah, the reach crystallization. But yeah, no, I got the reference, yeah. We're supposed to be doing some really cool, like, from the stuff that he's been talking about, because there are definitely a bunch of students from his last semester. They did some pretty cool experiments from what it sounds like, and I really like him. He's really animated. He flies, and I mean flies through the slides. Like their presentation, he's like boom, 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 boom. Just, oh my goodness, fly. And I'm glad he makes it available after the fact, because I'm taking some notes, but like I'm just gonna have to do like the Cliff Notes version of what's being said, because he flies through the shit so fast. But he's the first chem instructor that has said, yeah, if you want me to come to the computer lab and help you with your Pearson online homework, yeah, sure, I'll do that. What? Okay. Yeah, he's like, yeah, if you want to get with the other classmates and you guys do the problems together, sure, you can do it. I encourage you. What? That's a first. But and then he told us, yeah, the numbers themselves aren't going to be the same, but the problems are, will be. So you use the same technique to solve the shit. Yeah, yeah. That's what I thought was strange. Like, but there is a TA, like what they're all called SIs here. But yeah, there's a SI. I think her name is Rebecca or something like that. And he offered her information and stuff, but he said that yeah, he'll actually have time to like come in the lab. We're doing homework and help out. So he's really hands on. I'll give him that.
What's his professor?
Dr. Larog, Rio something Larog, but just Dr. Lirag. Yeah, he's a really good, really animated, really nice guy. Pretty young guy too. He's probably no more than maybe 4 or 5 years older than me.
Young professors are the best.
Yeah, and he has a little bit of an accent, but you can tell he's lived in Texas long enough to where that accent, you hear it, but it's not something that he's fucking up words or something like that. Like I'm not sure. I think he's Filipino.
Overseas?
Yeah, he's definitely. I don't think he was born here at all. But he's probably been a Texas resident at least, like from just judging on his accent, at least 10 years. Because he has a better mastery of English than Ronnie. Is this the Discount Scientist channel? Yes, it is. Hey Drag, is this open to the world? I'm bored. Let me in. This is on my phone. I started this hangout when I was on campus, and I just carried it home. So I will open up a hangout after. Like, I got one more class today that's not even an hour and a half long. It's a technical writing class. So I'll open up a hangout afterwards so we could talk about some of the funny shit. But yeah, man, I just came to get a little bit to eat. And then I got to go back to class in about an hour and a half. Yeah, working through. Oh, yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, I'm not. I'm going to be going to school, so during this time, from now on, I'll be in class because I have a pretty busy schedule. But I'll be out of class before 3 o'clock generally. Yeah, I'll be out before 3. 3 Central Time because I have to come home pick up my son. So 3:30, 4 o'clock, yeah. So yeah, definitely after 4, I'll be here. So I do have a life now. Here's your priority list. GH, class, family. GH, General Han. General Han, yes. General Han first, then class, then family, in that order. You were right.
I don't like that.
You don't like that? He gives the best cuddles. You get cuddles and you get the word. Google Hangout, excuse me.
I want to see what General looks like.
You never seen General Han Solo?
Because Blue said he's cute. I want to see General now.
He is. He's a good looking guy. I don't want Shani to see him because she'll probably take him and rape him.
Oh, that's not cool. I wouldn't say that.
But you know. See? Handsome. That's not him. That's Jesus. No. I'm trying to find the other photo he had. Yeah. Hold on. Where is it? Where's that other photo that because Maximus took it and he photoshopped the hell out of it. Where's the other photo? I might be on his timeline. We're looking at General Han Solo's Facebook.
General Han Solo is cute.
Oh, he doesn't have shit on it. Fuck. Oh no. What the fuck is going on with my internet? It's not populating. It's weird.
Yeah. Cute.
We're stalking your Facebook.
Yep. Cute.
Yep. What the hell? This crazy bitch. She got a shirt that says "stab him."
Really, she wrote that
Oh no, yeah, she wrote that on here. Like
crazy.
Crazy woman. Jeez. Yes, but oh, they were talking today because I went to the Veterans Library and they had donuts, so my fat ass got one. I was hungry.
Oh God.
They're talking about Hurricane Irma, and they're saying this motherfucker might be so big they have to add another category to it. Category 5. Category 5.
Oh, where that going?
It's heading to your people.
Oh,
Yeah. It said Category 5. They call it Finger of God. That was Hurricane Katrina. Wiped out everything. This motherfucker's supposed to be bigger than Katrina. So, supposedly, they're talking about adding a Category 6.
Oh my
Because
God.
it's so fucking big. I'm turning on Skype. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I appreciate that, Vince. Yeah, I was talking about getting a little bit into that a little bit later after I completed some courses, because I think it'll be beneficial later on. Just as a this is something if I want to get into a little bit of bioinformatics. Yeah. Oh shit, Tasha, your cousin April's evacuating.
That's so crazy. They were texting me like 2
Yeah,
weeks
texting.
ago,
Yeah,
and
how are
now I
y'all
gotta
doing now?
text
Yeah.
them.
So, do you know where they're going?
No, I don't know. Last time I talked to my cousin was.
Yeah, red lines in Florida. If so, my Florida people, my place is open. My place is fine as of now. So, if Vince, you or red line, huh? Yeah, we ain't got that much room. So Vince, pretty much Vince and red line.
You better bring an air mattress.
Yeah, Vince and red line. Tell red line to bring his inflatable air mattress. Y'all are more than welcome here.
Hannah can come.
Hannah is in New York.
I don't care. She can come.
Okay, Hannah can come too, even though she's in New York. So, yeah, you guys have fun.
We can come over. We can have a
I'll keep Red safe. Don't worry. We just need to tell Seamus General Han's looking better looking. Oh God, please don't tell Seamus that General Han looks better than him. He'll blow a gasket. For some reason, he needs to be the smartest and the prettiest. It's like you are such an insecure little man. Oh my goodness, it's not even funny. G-Man told me that you two were going to debate evolution. Why though? Okay, so Richard, we were supposed to do this debate years ago. I shit you not. He kept forgetting about it, and I keep mentioning it, and then he kind of gets mad and he blows it off. But we were supposed to do this forever, and so I bring it up just kind of as a joke. But now he's finally taking me up on the offer, or rather, I've taken him up on the offer. And what I want to do is do it for charity. I don't need this exchange. I gain nothing from this exchange. There may be people who can learn a little bit of something from it, but I mean, Bill Ludlow has done it. Like, there's plenty of people who have done debates where they've learned stuff, in the midst of the debate about the topic. We've beaten it to death. I want to do this for people in Houston who lost everything. So Vincent was gracious enough to send me a list of local Houston charities and organizations. So I'll be repping those while I do this, while I engage G-Man, because that's really my ulterior motive with this, because it's as somebody who has lost everything, I know exactly what people are going through, and it sucks. It really does. So if I can help, alleviate that, that's a good thing. That's just me. That's how I think. If I can help out somebody a little bit by, going through some stupid, ordeal, then that's fine. Then I've done something positive for the day. Because, trust me, I ain't learning shit from this exchange. It flood out. No, we had the bayou. The bayou near us. Who the hell is this little kid doing this malicious ass shit to these kids? He just kicked the shit out the kids. I'm gonna tag you in this. Hold on.
Oh God.
Jeez, this kid needs his ass beat. And these are little kids too.
No home training.
No, I just tagged you. Yeah, no, there's a bayou, like for my other broadcast where you saw me when I went to the park. That park is next to a bayou, and that bayou is what I fish in. So that bayou is only 3 or 4 feet deep. I think the deepest may be 10 feet, if that. Really, it's not even. I doubt it's even 10 feet. So if you look at the water line, the water line is about here, I'd say, and then the bridge height that's level with the road and the rest of the living area, the housing areas, it's above that. So I saw the water at its highest go up to here, right at the bottom of the bridge. So it didn't even crest over into the road that was on top of the bridge. So, So yeah, our area didn't get flooded because most of the water was taken by the bayou, luckily. See you later, Holy Spackle. End up losing a lot of fucking gas money driving back and forth. Well, I say back and forth, driving from here to Mississippi and then driving back around because we could go through Beaumont. So, how the hell can G-Man debate on something he knows nothing about? Yeah, exactly. That's a deep reason. There you go. There you go. There you go. Huh? There you go. When two people debate on a topic, they have about equal education, equal knowledge on that topic. They're attacking it from different viewpoints, right? When Elliot Sober is talking to Jerry Fodor, they're both philosophers. They're both very well educated in philosophy. They're both very well knowledgeable. G-Man knows dick all about this topic. So I'm going to spend more time teaching this motherfucker than actually debating him. That's what's going to happen. Bible versus science. Bible wins. Amen. That's pretty much what it. Yeah. It's bad that he doesn't understand this, and people have tried to tell him this before, but the whole G-Man listening thing doesn't work very well. So you can't tell, and no one has said that G-Man, you need a degree in order to debate somebody on any topic. No one has told him that. People have told him that he's uneducated in the topic because he's uneducated in the topic. And you can tell by the shit that he says. So he wants somebody to lower themselves down to his level. And frankly, it is what it is. He wants that so he can feel justified in the stupid shit that he believes. And it's like, if you try to sit and play the game, if you try to be nice to him and go, all right, man, you want to talk about this topic, you can't just make up terms and then think they apply. That it doesn't work that way. There's a reason why the terms we use are used and the way that we use them, because it reflects what happens in reality. He has several misconceptions about this, so he'll make up terms to fit what he thinks is the case, even when the evidence shows the contrary. So he'll go in with a falsehood and assert it as truth and then want you to debate that topic. No, bitch. That's not how this works. There's no such thing as a kind. And I said, you know what? If you want to, instead of saying species, say kind, but for all intents and purposes, all intensive purposes, that we're talking about a species, and sure, like if you want to use it as a synonym, but there is no, like, the problem with G-Man is that he uses kind for species, but then he'll use it for genus, but then he'll also reference a family as well when he says kind. There are animals that are within the same family that are not the same species. There are animals that are in the same genus that aren't the same species. So you can't use that as just a catch-all when there's clear differences between a kitty cat that's been domesticated, a kitty cat in your house, and a fucking lion. There's no cat kind. You could say feliforms, sure. There are a class, I'll say class, I think feliforms is a class. Hold on. Feliform, I'm glad I got the feliform. Feliformia. Oh, it's a suborder. Suborder, yep. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, if you're referencing Feliforma, then yeah. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, I told you it's stupid. I gotta get something to eat, dear. So, yeah. So it's like saying there's a jaguar kind. Like, what is a jaguar? Is it a dog or is it a cat? What is there a platypus kind? What is a platypus? Bitch lays eggs. But it's a mammal. It's a fucking monotreme. So he wants to just use these terms and not actually learn how cladistics work, but he doesn't want to defer to the science because it's not convenient for his shitty arguments. And he's upset when we go, no, G-Man, that's not right. No, G-Man. A platypus is its own kind, mate. Dr. Ray Comfort. Oh God. No, it's if kind you mean species, then sure, it's a monotreme. Yes. Right? Do you think he'll actually believe the shit he's? Yeah. No. I'll tell you something about G-Man. He puts on a fucking show when he's online, and this is a character that he does play. He is like this in person, the same personality defects, the same stupid comments and shit like that. But he believes everything that he says. He is legit with that. I can tell you with absolute certainty that the shit that comes out of his mouth, he pretty much believes. He's kind of just convinced himself of it. He knows that he doesn't have evidence for a lot of the stuff that he says, even though he claims he does. He really doesn't. Because if you actually ask him, he can't tell you. And he'll change the subject. And that's how you know that he really doesn't, because he'll immediately change the subject and go on a tangent. So if you're ever curious if how much G-Man knows about a topic, if he answers you directly, he knows a little bit something about it. If he changes the subject or answers the question with another question, he doesn't know anything about it. That's a tell that he has. And so once he learns to fix that, he may be able to deceive some folks a little bit better. I'm just gonna get some. Is this milk still good? Smell the milk. This is a monotreme animal that poops out of his reproductive hole. It might be. I think does their cloaca also work as an anus? That's a good question. Because I want to say they have cloacas. A cloaca. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a really good question. Twoo and G-Man dropped some video knowledge on us a while ago, it looks like. Oh. True drop of knowledge, man. You better watch out. Fucking catch AIDS listening to him. Mental AIDS. That motherfucker's dumb. I say complete the job and make him blind, deaf, and dumber. There's nothing you can do to make him dumber. Nothing at all. He's under this impression. I don't know why. I told G-Man this before. G-Man's under this impression that I'm trying to set this somewhere. Fuck. Alright. I just want to make a bowl of cereal. Alright. G-Man's under this impression that I'm out to make him look stupid. I'm not. I don't know where he got that from. There's nothing I can do to make him look any more stupid than he already does. Like, when he opens his mouth, he looks stupid. I just give him a platform. I was gonna hang out with G-Man the other night. He was being pretty nice to me, even though I was challenging him. I think my soft-spoken tender words calm his heart. It might be because I don't do the Tinder thing. You can ask the wife, but I can be cordial with folks, and I've told G-Man. I've told him that let's go on Nestle. If he treats people better, he might get treated better, but he can't control himself. He has very, 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 very poor impulse control for an adult. He's probably I can't really think of anyone other than people who are mentally impaired and they physically can't control their actions. He has very poor impulse control. He can't. That whole brain-mouth barrier thing doesn't exist. He doesn't stop to think about what he says before he says it. He just says shit. And then he looks stupid, and then realizes it, and then lies. But I have kind of figured out when he does impulsively lie, he can't really help it. It's almost instinctual. Like it's almost like a defense mechanism that he just kind of lies, and then he believes it. Like I said, he even did it when I was just having a conversation with him on the phone. And my wife is sitting there holding the phone for me, and she hears him. And I was like, wait, did you just say that I think that we all came from nothing? I said, whenever I ever said that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. I said, G-Man, you just stopped yourself in the middle of the sentence to correct yourself when you said that. That's the whole reason of me asking you that. I never said that. I was like, G-Man, my wife and I are both here listening to you. How do you not? And so he was upset he was legitimately upset that I called him out for lying about me. I should be mad, right? But you can't help to go, there's something not right with him. There's something, like, for someone to get mad because they lied about you, because you pointed out, who does that? Like, who in their right mind does that, right? There's something got to be wrong with them in order for that to happen. So I didn't take it as him being malicious. It's just he doesn't realize it, and then the lie just kind of comes out, and it's unintentional. So if it was an intentional lie, I'd be kind of upset. But if he can't really control that, then I can't really be too mad. You know, it's just something, you know. Yeah, he might be a pathological. He might be. I don't know. Honestly, it's just, I do think that he impulsively lies a lot and doesn't realize it. What the hell he was? No, this place was made in the 70s. That's why it looks like this. There's actually mirrors lining the outside of the, you know where the backsplash should be? It's a mirror. And over here on the other wall, that's a mirror. Back here, underneath the cabinet, that's a mirror. Over there in the corner with the crock pot, there's a mirror. This place was made in the fucking 70s. So, yeah. But yeah, if you catch G-Man, you know, stretching the truth like that, don't be mad at him. I really don't think that he can help it. Like, I really don't. I don't even think he realizes it. There's no use in getting mad at him. It's something he can't help, you know? That's why I was a little perturbed at a point, but it's like you can tell that there's something ain't right. I mean, he can get mad at me suggesting that, but it's like, well, he gets a pass. Even if he is pulling the wool over my eyes, it's like, well, ain't no use in me getting mad about that. Yeah, his grasp on reality is tenuous, to say the least. And I still think that's an understatement. Like I said earlier, you could tell him the sky is blue, and then what he'll repeat to you resembles nothing to what you said. So, and I have no clue what that is, Nestle, none whatsoever. Of course, all our spoons go missing. You know what tenuous means? No, he doesn't know what tenuous means. But you see, myself, me, I mastered the dictionary. But I'm gonna have to stop saying that because he's forgotten that he's the one who came up with that, and we just said it as a joke. So, any connection between G-Man's reality and the rest of us is purely coincidental. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. When people have affliction of being without being aware of it. I'm paralyzed but not aware. Huh. Could be, Nestle. Could be, man. I am having a hard time finding spoons. Okay, let's do it. Plastic spoon. What the fuck? I got fucking forks.
Looking for
A spoon.
it in the pantry. That's it right there on the top.
Where?
That box on the top.
Oh.
What do I need for? You can put it.
I'm hiding my spoons. Trying to get me some cereal. Can't even get cereal. I gotta hunt for this. Gotta hunt in my own house. Cereal. Can I have some cereal? Jeez. G-Man doesn't understand stuff. And a has a personality disorder of some kind. This is a surprise after 5 or 6 deals. No, not at all. None whatsoever. Mark, it was just verified. Yeah, that's... I don't think anybody's surprised, Mark. No one at all. But it's one thing to talk to him and to see like the stupid shit that he's always done, but it's another to have like this living cartoon character like sit next to you. That he's too short. It's not gonna show him. It's what is that? What is that cartoon? Was that a movie? Cool. I think it's called Cool World or something like that, where a guy jumps inside it, or they're living the next side of cartoon characters or something. Like Who Framed Roger Rabbit style. Yeah. That's good. Can't sit still for shit. Can't pay attention for shit. Can't comprehend for shit. But he wants people to take him seriously when he does everything in his power to misrepresent folks. That's the part I don't understand. Dude literally has a whole channel dedicated to harassing folks on the street, but is upset when somebody talks about him. Because he is actually harassed. Like I have no love for Black Hebrew Israelites, but he does go out and harass them. So is harassing the harasser acceptable? Because if so, then what I'm doing is fine. This Joker Jack, he's the only one. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah. No, I was just saying, Mark, just in general. Fuck. Y'all sending me messages and shaking my phone. But that's something that I found funny about his complaints about me. Is that, mind you, folks, I'm talking chat. I'm eating and talking. Nom, 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 nom.
Disrespectful.
Shut up. He's going out there to talk to these folks. He's harassing them because they clearly ask him to leave and let them be. So he doesn't want to respect them and leave them alone because he feels that what he's doing is righteous. So if I have that same justification, does that make me right? It's a good question. Someone should ask him that. I find it interesting that he feels the need that he can do whatever he wants to people, and there's little to no acknowledgement of what he's actually doing. No, I'm not doing engineering degree. I'm doing biology degree. Switch. Thanks, Richard. Huh? What? Shut up. G-Man does seem happy though. He is not aware of his limitations. He somewhat understands that he doesn't know things, but you can it's how can I describe it? If you're an athlete, you know that you probably won't make it to the Olympics, but you'll try out as if you are and strive for the best, right? G-Man knows he probably won't get into the Olympics, but then he'll try and compete with an Olympic athlete, if that makes sense. So he does understand like a soft limitation, but he doesn't truly understand where he sets when compared to somebody else. Like that really doesn't, at least to me, that doesn't sink in very well. So I hope that's a good enough analogy. And G-Man heard about what Ronnie said about ATBP. He doesn't know what that is. He has no idea. G-Man doesn't understand why that's a stupid statement. You would have to spend the first 3 weeks explaining to him about what a protein is and how keratin works and all this other shit before he would even begin to understand why it was a stupid statement. But even if you did, I'm telling you right now, even if he did understand, because Ronnie said it, he's going to assume it's right for no other reason than that. That is all he needs to know, is that Ronnie said it and he will believe it. He has no idea what the fuck Ronnie's saying. And I specifically asked him that too. if he actually understood, and he doesn't. And he lied last night when he said that, oh yeah, I understand True's arguments. I've learned a lot from him. No, he doesn't. And that's why I was tripping in the side chat. It's like he straight up he told me, because I all those fucking stupid ass questions he stopped and asked me, I asked him, like, hey, do you actually understand what DNA does in water? No, I have no clue. I just trust True. Okay, that's fine. So don't sit here and pretend like you do, because he's lying when he says he does. Yeah, I was taking physics is just required, but yeah, everybody has to take that. What's my goal once to complete my education? Cancer research. Most of my family is cancer. I actually do something in my life instead of hoping and praying that somebody fixes it, and just do it my damn self. Yeah, Vincent was there. He has no idea what Ronnie's saying. Most of my family is sitting and hoping and praying that they don't get cancer, that God answers their prayers. Fine. I'm actually doing something about it. So, you know.
Don't use that education.
That's how I look at it. I have chat things more intelligence than G-Man. Yeah.
Ew.
Necessarily, none of them have had genetic testing for me to verify it, but that's what I'm guessing.
Don't you have school class in 2 seconds?
No. My mother's had cancer. Grandfather. Cousin. On my maternal side. My aunt died of brain cancer. Yeah. So, I do take my education very seriously. But if you listen to Ronnie from a now since deleted hangout, I'm going to school to impress people on the internet. Funniest shit in the world. Have you heard of some cures that have been discovered from some cancers? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm gonna be pretty specific. No danger of G-Man getting brain cancer. Yeah, I know, right? You need a brain to get brain cancer. Well, degree in theology, most applications here on GDC, literally in school, impress people on the internet. Yeah, a degree in theology. Well, don't know. If you plan on becoming a pastor, I would hope that people would get a degree in theology. Because I honestly would look at a pastor funny, if he didn't have like a degree in theology. Like I really would. You know, tell me what exegesis is when you can't spell it, right? So that's just me. Like if you're serious about becoming like any type of, you know, in any capacity, like even an elder in a church, I would hope you have a degree in theology. Drag, I've heard that there are some immune therapy trials that were shown to be successful for some types of cancers. I've heard that too. I haven't actually looked into any studies, so I can't name any. Sam would probably be more familiar with that. Like carbon soda. Oh, don't start that. Don't start that. I know where you're going. So there you go. There it is. Michael Lane got mad at me one day. I asked her how many oranges you had to shove up somebody's ass to resurrect them. She ain't like that. Fucking vitamin D cures everything.
Shut your whore mouth.
You have to see some spouse abuse. Why are you still in bed this afternoon? Fuck you. I'm gonna take my ass back to class. Get on my nerves. And when I come back, I better find my damn spoons.
Shut up.
I'm gonna bust them all kinds of nuts. All kinds. I got time. I got a little time. This one's in, this is not in the Bayou building. This is in the Student Services building. Yeah, Student Services. Okay. On floor, let's see, room 2310. Like you trust a person, any medical who says his son can't burn as there's no oxygen. Oh God, Jess. Oh yeah, she did say that. So for those of you, see, Mark's been around for like 50,000 years. So, some of y'all don't know Michael Ann. This bitch said the sun, like you know the big fucking glowing ball of hot nasty death that's out there. That's not a thing. It's not like it's not a thing like we think. Because there's no oxygen in space. Well, here's the thing, folks. If you even have just a rudimentary understanding of fucking chemistry, you know that heat, light can be emitted from something other than a combustion reaction. You don't need a combustion reaction to produce heat or light. All you need, hydrogen and helium. Well, you hydrogen and then it fucking smashes into other hydrogen. So that's it. That's all it is. That's really it. Dragon, in your study on cancer in college, have you come across any cancer evolves after chemo treatments? Like after chemo treatments, I need some better glasses. That ones that survive are more resistant to chemo and less effective. I have not actually gone into cancer biology yet. I'm still right now, man. My classes are what you would consider local prerequisites for this area, because I didn't have to have these courses until I came here. So I am not able to actually take those courses to speak on that topic, unfortunately. And it kills me because I can't wait until I get to cellular biology, which is a prerequisite to cancer biology. And there's Sam. Oh, is that the link to it? Okay, if y'all click on that link, it will go to Michael Ann and her stupidity, the one that Mark just provided. That bitch is dumb. I'm sorry. She tried that shit and back when MK was running those hangouts back to back, and she had revised it, and she had said that spaceships don't work in space because there's no Oh, bye. I'll be back in about an hour or two. Bye. Here, close the door. So she had revised this. Where are my shoes? Oh, she revised this nonsense. Katayama. Oh, nice. There you go, Thalo. She had revised her nonsense to say that fucking wasp, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Where's my fucking... Hold on. I had some bug spray or something. You ain't making no damn nest here. God damn it. Okay, there's a wasp that's blocking my way. Hey, get my bug spray. So... Oh, I'm not sure if I can give you a spanner on my phone. Let me see. Shit. No, I can't give you a spanner. Send it to Thalo or send it to Mark and have them post it. Yeah, I can't give you a spanner. We have bug spray because there's a fucking big ass wasp trying to make a nest over here. No? Okay. Well, thanks. So let me move too quickly. Shit. Okay. you move too much, it'll stop. Why I walked around like that. That was dumb. All right. Okay. So now I can probably tell you the story. Because Michael Ann is a grifter. She has given money to Gus's what you call him, fund, his medical fund. So I can't say she's all the time a bad person, but I don't like that she's a fucking conspiracy theorist. Bad one at that. But she'll tell you like rocket ships don't work as a hoax because there's no oxygen in space. So how can you have combustion of the engines of the rocket? Because you need an oxidizer, which would be, you know, the oxygen in our atmosphere. So I said, Michael Ann, did you know that you can liquefy an oxidizer like oxygen if you pressurize it and make it cold enough? Boop, left. She didn't want none of that. I mean, this is basic fucking chem. You can change the phase of an oxidizer to make it work how you want to. That's why you'll see a lot of the fuel also pressurized and liquefied. One, for storage purposes, and two, in order for the engines to combust, you do need a supply of something that acts as the oxidizer, which I think I think it's oxygen. I think also liquid nitrogen is used, or is liquid nitrogen the coolant that they use? See, this is Redline's area. Redline knows all this shit. I want to say liquid oxygen is used, but I might be mistaken. It might be liquid nitrogen. That's gonna bother me for a while. But yeah, I mean, like some of this stuff is like good questions. Like how do rockets work in space? Like how would we, hypothetically speaking, reach another planet? You know, what kind of fuel could we use that would carry us and, you know, whatever load of materials and stuff to a new planet to populate it? Now you can speculate, and you can make some you know, you can make some plans and see how viable they'd be. It'd be a good experiment. Just at least even just a thought experiment, just to get people on board with, you know, all the stuff you need to do to be an engineer, because it's going to incorporate physics, chemistry, and, you know, it's going to incorporate stuff that's going to require you to understand the constraints of a system, but work within those constraints to form a solution. And I think it's something that, you know, I wish I would have had when I was growing up, to get me interested more in the science. Because it's like, well, if you loosen the constraints, you know, to say, well, here's what we need to do in order to get to this planet, to start research for whatever project this is. All right, calculate the amount of thrust that we need to escape the Earth's atmosphere. You know, here is the weight of the vessel, whatever it is. Here are the chemical compounds that we're going to use for compounds that we're going to use for fuel. Here are potential oxidizers, all that kind of stuff. And that would get kids more into feeling like what they were doing was more relevant to their interests, rather than just doing, you know, these monotonous, you know, word problems, because that shit gets boring. So that's just my 2 cents on how I think that teaching should be. It should be innovative, and that's part of the reason I like Reginald Finley, because he takes a vested interest in his classrooms, because he's a multidisciplinary science instructor, and he looks for these new and innovative ways to teach, young teens about science and to keep them interested in it. So, and it's funny, I was talking to Reggie, and he said one of the reasons why he was going for his PhD in public health and health education, or science education, science communication, is because people kept mentioning to him that he didn't have a degree, and he was talking about these topics. I mean, he's an autodidact, so he can, but the fact that he was on the internet impressing people, so he decided just to get a degree. That dude's fucking crazy. Okay, yeah, I'll have to check out your page and see what's up. But yeah, I still got some time. But yeah, I gotta get Reggie. Once he, actually, it's probably gonna be hard, because that hurricane's heading toward Florida. Well, somewhat toward Florida, and I know he lives in Florida, so I'm not sure. I'll send a message to Reggie and ask him. Yeah, I'll have to see what he's up to, because now I think about it, I was like, yeah, I got a lot of folks I know who live over in Florida. Yeah. I don't know what I was talking about. How are you folks doing today? I'm definitely going to get something to eat before I head to class, because these Tuesdays are going to be fun, because I got my first class at 8:30, and then right after that, like 15 minutes, or not even 15, like less than 10 minutes, I'll have the Texas government class, and then the technical writing class, and I'll be out of here by 2. Yeah. And then when I get out at 2, get home, I have about an hour and 45 minutes about to eat or to do homework or whatever. About a little under 2 hours. Yeah, to do some homework, get something to eat, whatever. And then I gotta pick up my son. Yeah, because he'll be getting off of school around 3:40. So yeah, it works out. Somebody's next to me. They're really loud. Wow, that might have day for people watching. Yeah, I'm talking right. Hey, how you doing, folks? How's your day doing? Hello. Floyd's about to get power washed by God. Jesus pissing over all the gays. Well, what did Samuel Jackson's character in Jurassic Park say right before he turned off the fucking lights? Hold on to your butts. Because shit's gonna get real. Texas government class unique to Texas? Yeah, it is. You have to, I think it's a Texas requirement that you have to take Texas government. I could have fucking sworn I have taken a U.S. government class. I remember being inside a political science class. I remember because there was some fucking douche in there. Last name was probably Boudreaux, whatever. I remember in Louisiana. God damn it. Fiction fighter. Yeah, I remember taking a political science class, and I want to say, actually, it may have been specifically for certain branches of, well, no, but that would still be American government. Like, I'm about to look at my transcript, but it's kind of late now, but whatever. Like, I don't want to be in classes I don't have to. Like, fuck this shit. Fuck it. If you're not living in Texas, just take it. I'm not a big fan of online courses. If I can take a brick and mortar face-to-face course, I will. I really will. The online courses are much more work, way more work. Like I could just show up and do some of the work in the class, then be home, relaxing in my comfort zone, and have a shit ton of work. I'd rather not. I'm taking a political philosophy class right now. Pretty low energy. Being at a Christian university. Half of it is about how. About how the Christian worldview sets the foundation for the government. That should be interesting. Y'all gonna talk about all the deists that were in that paved the way? Those lovely, lovely deists. Yeah, Patriot University? It is lame. Man, you know what? It would be nice if you went to Christian University, right, Richard? And they taught you guys like dialectics with a non-believer. Like have a class like that, right? Where you have an instructor who actually knows counter apologetics and will challenge the fuck out of you. Like really challenge your faith. But of course the guy's a Christian, right? You know, it's a Christian university. But like that, I think that would be really interesting. But I'm not sure how you convince, you know, your instructors or just the dean to do something like that, because I think that if something was too challenging to the Christian faith for a Christian university, I don't think that they'd really go for that. You know, that's like introducing a lot of conservative type material to a really, really liberal college. You can say, yeah, this is a learning institution, but you know, they have their priorities. So, I would talk to a student body government, man, and see, because I think that'd be, you know, how many people would sign up for that class? Like, who wouldn't want to take a class on how to properly do apologetics, how not to, you know, learn. Of course, you learn about Van Til and Greg Bonson and Precept and shit like that, but actually learn about not just about hermeneutics and what it is and how it works, but learn how people just give a surface reading, a prima facie reading of the Bible, and try to use that as a counter apologetic. Like you see what I'm saying? Like I think that would be somewhat interesting, and that would keep people's attention. Yeah, Precept and Van Til and all that stupid shit, I think it is stupid as well, but you know, just even if, you know, it is stupid, just something, just so you have a history of, well, here's the type of apologetics of this age, and, you know, here is, you know, what this guy was doing, and, you know, you never know, somebody may redo Precept and it'll be the next hottest thing. I don't know, who knows? But just having a well-rounded background in apologetics to see what works and what doesn't, I think would be beneficial for anybody that wants to engage, you know, in this type of discourse. So that's just me. But of course, I'm trying to take your religion from you, right? And I want you to lose your religion according to G-Man and some of these other clowns. I want Antonio to lose his religion, and I want, you know, everybody to be an atheist, and, you know, let's start a uni. Hey, man, if we start a university together, it's going to be rough. Motherfuckers going to be challenged. Feelings are going to be hurt. Motherfuckers' feelings going to be hurt. You're going to come out of that motherfucker a learned bitch. You will be learned. You will be learned. You will not walk into there thinking the same shit that you came in with. You will be on the spot somebody who's able to think and have organic conversation and be able to navigate just any dialectic. It doesn't matter what the topic. It'd be quantum fucking physics. You know. just something that's what I like. But right now we're not in the type of environment to really foster that type of scenario. I don't think so. We might have to wait quite a bit. To the biology professor / young creationist here that the Bible says that the earth is flat. Oh man, yeah, Richard, you trying to get kicked out? Trying to start some shit. You are trying to start some shit, my friend. I like to hear what some of you scientists in learning think about it. Renitsky's plastin therapy. Tinoplastin therapy. Google it. And when I'm near a computer, I'm going to look that up. Remind me a little bit later. I've not heard of that. Not heard of that. Oh man. You know what I like about being in Texas? There are better looking people here. That's just in general, better looking people. I'm talking the guys too. The guys too. Everybody here looks like they're out with a purpose. They're enjoying life. They don't look inbred, and it's just a better feeling. Just sitting people watching, go, you know what? That person is probably a lot happier than folks over back in Maryland where I was. Oh my goodness, folks are fucking miserable. The GDC has some good. There's a few. There's a few. You know, General Han Solo kind of, you know, propels everyone up there, you know, because he's trying to lure in more women with, you know, the nice, soft, somber voice and the hard, chiseled abs. And, you know, he has the word written across it, you know, of course. You know, that's it may be a thing, you know. Everyone in GDC is a catfish. That's so messed up. Catfishing for Jesus. Catfish. Hashtag catfish for Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm gonna walk in here and try to find this class and just wander around, see what's up. But hey, what's going on, Jade? Trolling for Jesus. My friend D's Nuts proves that there are trolls, Chris. Oh God, yeah. Your friend D's Nuts, he has my troll award respect. Like, that was expert troll. You know what? If y'all want to do a hangout, I would like to be a part of it. But Kenny, hey man, I saw you the other day. Could someone start a hangout with Kenny on the Great Debate Channel, Richard, and talk about the, I'm going to get it fucking wrong, quantum retro causality? Because I heard it mentioned in the hangout when he was talking to you do it when you get, oh, that's even better, because I can join it tonight then, because I heard it mentioned in G-Man's hangout in reference to the fall, and everyone went, what? So we were trying to look it up. Yeah, after TST, because I want to get that out there. We need to have, here's an idea, Christian folks. Here's an idea. There needs to be a series in the GDC for Christian mysticism. And I say mysticism because that was the name of a course that I saw advertised at my old school in Louisiana, where it went over some of the more supernatural aspects of the Christian religion. It's part of the double slit experiment. Okay, well, hey man, if you can explain it, please do. I wanted to kind of take that course just out of sheer curiosity to kind of see what ideas are out there, because some stuff like Jade can tell you, Pastor Dr. Kitty, yeah. What is it, Jade? Transubstantiation? Yeah, that idea. I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like, you know, that's some crazy stuff, but it's interesting to talk about. So that's something that I get. It could be a series, or we could get into. Sorry, Kitty, I started. That was a joke because you have possibly so many titles, Mr. Dr. Pastor Kenny. So I started saying that, and so that's the joke. No, I'm not. No, I grew up around Catholics. I'm not Catholic. Commie Jim is Catholic. That's why he and I have certain jokes. Jade is a Catholic. Fiona's a Catholic. I grew up in a place called St. Tammany Parish. So everywhere in Louisiana. Oh, okay. No, I know you're not. Okay, no, I am. But yeah, some stuff that Catholics believe is very, very interesting. So, rather than arguing over, whether God exists, we could talk about some of the more, not necessarily supernatural aspects, but some of the more, I guess, more spooky aspects of what happens out there, and what can be an explanation that may be a bit hard to grasp, or is not as intuitive. And I think Dr. Kenny, Mr. Dr. Pastor Kenny Rhodes could probably help with some of that. So just an idea. Christian folks who are moderators, a great debate. Just something to get kind of people in. And you could, if you want to throw a wild card in there, we could throw Ocean in there, and Ocean's going to challenge every monotheist and atheist in there, and so that's going to be a glorious experience, because that's what he does. So on that note, folks, I'm going to head out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for those of you who have donated to me in the past. I appreciate it. I always show appreciation. I've sent G-Man a message on Skype asking him when he wants to do this debate. Still no response. I'll check it when I get home. So we'll see. But on that note, folks, yeah, somebody go start a hangout so I can watch during this fucking technical writing class I gotta go to. Later.